Welcome to Bruce Bikes America, which shares my 16-week cycling adventure across the United States with this series of 15-minute videos. The indirect route starts in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, and ends at the Santa Monica Pier. Most of the adventure will be solo, but some friends and family join me along the way. I take time for an occasional beer or two and will introduce you to many of the interesting locals and travelers that I meet. From DC to Pittsburgh, the route ventures off-road on the C&O Canal Towpath and Allegheny Passage. We then make our way across the Midwest with endless fields of crops and beautiful small towns. We'll turn south at Bettendorf, Iowa, where I grew up, to follow the winding path of the mighty Mississippi River. And of course, no cross-country bicycle tour would be complete without a ride on the legendary Route 66. Between historic towns, we pedal across breathtaking landscapes, vast ranch lands, and tribal nations, the painted and Mojave deserts, through suburban Los Angeles, and all the way to the Santa Monica Pier. So please join me as we explore the diverse and beautiful landscapes and people of the United States at 10 miles per hour on this epic cross-country bicycle adventure. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Now, let's hit the road with this episode. Well, today is an off day because of this wonderful weather. Tonight is going to snow, so tomorrow will be an off day also. But this is Mormon Lake near Flagstaff, south of Flagstaff, and it's actually in a big caldera. Pretty interesting view.
Bruce Bikes America! Woo!
This is my brother-in-law and sister-in-law from Flagstaff, and we snuck down to Payson and having a wonderful dinner.
We're wishing that it wasn't going to snow 6 or 8 inches tomorrow, but on the other hand, that gives us a little more time with Bruce.
Yes, I'm not going to ride in that. I'm a wimp.
And he doesn't want to sleep outside when it gets to 16 degrees tomorrow either. Such a wimp.
No, I am. But I will eat this. This is why I didn't ride today. This is snow in Flagstaff, and I think there's more coming in. However, I have a shovel. I haven't shoveled in years since I live in Florida. I get to try to shovel a little bit. Jerome keeps saying, no, don't bother, but why not? Good morning from a zero riding day. I think you can see why. But tomorrow should be nicer. I feel like I'm on more of a snow skiing trip than a bicycling trip, but it's going to be really nice tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to it. I just had 3 days off because of snow and high winds coming into Flagstaff. I still have about 30 miles to go to Flagstaff and 1,000 feet to climb, but we're restarting up after a little break. Are the San Francisco Mountains near Flagstaff. Pretty view. Snow on top and most of the way down, just not all the way, just not heavy all the way down. And Flagstaff's just to the left of the mountain on the left. The San Francisco Mountain up there in the middle, Mountain on the left, and on the far right is the fairly new Navajo Indian Twin Arrows Casino. And it looks like it's out in the middle of nowhere. There's a Twin Arrows gas station that the casino is named after, but it's missing an arrow apparently. I don't know. Apparently it was there not too long ago, but it's gone now. Now a single arrow. There's a rabbit right there. A hawk just came down, hawk on top of that tree. I was watching, he just grabbed it and had it and dropped it a second ago. Curious if he's going to get it again. He's watching it. I don't see the rabbit, but it's over there. The bird sees it. Oh, there he goes. Off to another area. Condom machine. And baby changing table for those that didn't buy them. That is Cinder Mountain, which is slowly being cut away to make red pavers for your house. I've been on the interstate, but now I'm off on old Route 66. There's an old bridge. I'm about 20 miles from Flagstaff. In the Flagstaff, I was on busy 89, and then it changed to this bike trail that goes right alongside of it. A lot of curves, but not bad. Flagstaff has this bike trail, 6 or 7, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 miles, coming into town from the west, and in the middle of it they preserved the original road from 1949. So it's right in the middle of the bike trail, which is kind of cool. A little bit of history. And there's still a little bit of snow on the ground. Not much, it's been a pretty nice day, warm day. Here is downtown Flagstaff. And this is the old train station. The climb to Flagstaff is done, so that's my biggest hill of the trip. Only 3 more big ones to go. One to Kingman, one to over the Mojave Desert, and one to San Bernardino. Time for a beer at Mother Road Brewing, here on the Mother Road. There's Mother Road Brewing. We had a drink last night and finished the ride. There's Cousin Ed, who flew up from Dallas to support. I'm gonna have a support vehicle for the next few days, and did yesterday from Ed. Thank you, Ed.
Yep, sure.
Here in downtown Flagstaff on homecoming weekend. The Flagstaff train station and Amtrak station. There's the old Monte Vista Hotel, which is the classic one in Flagstaff on Route 66. And more breweries. That's the original one in Flagstaff. As I went across Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle, and especially New Mexico and Arizona, I've been surprised at just the lack of restaurants and bars and breweries and coffee shops and lounges and place to hang out. So I think I found most of them. I think most of them are in Flagstaff. They all moved to Flagstaff. There's just a ton of them there. Onward. This is the highest spot on the route, all the way from Delaware to Route 66. I thought that when I got to Flagstaff I was pretty much done with the climb, but I've already gone 542 feet of climb this morning. But I'm there, and hopefully it's a lot more downhill, at least for a while, till Kingman. I believe this is the whole town of Parks, Arizona. Unless there's something down that road. Not much. Still a fair amount of snow on the ground here. I'm surprised I'm down some, elevation-wise. This may be my last chance for a snow angel on this trip. I don't think I'm going to have them on the Mojave Desert. Snow angel, or my snow angel. Probably more of a mud angel. Sorry, Billy, you lent me this shirt and I think I just got it muddy. But it'll wash. I've had mud packed in my cleats before. I don't think I've ever had snow packed in my bike cleats. It'll come off easy. Welcome to Williams, gateway to the Grand Canyon. So this is a big entry to the Grand Canyon. You're going through the south entrance with a big hill to start off with. I don't know what that goes over. I don't know if you can see that, but guns are welcome on the premises. Please keep all weapons holstered unless the need arises, in which case judicious marksmanship is appreciated. Welcome to Arizona, rural Arizona. Here's Ed at Goldie's Route 66 Diner in Williams, Arizona. At the counter. We've been corrected, it is not the bar, it's the counter. We are in the tourist town of Williams. It's there's a train that goes from here up to Grand Canyon. So that's why all the tourists are here. So Ed and I just had lunch at the Route 66 Diner there. And the rest of it, Williams is pretty much 2 one-ways. I think it's a long skinny town along the railroad with 2 one-ways. This is the Williams Cemetery, which is the most wooded cemetery I've ever seen. 6% grade, next 6 miles. Long steep downhill. Where are we at?
Ash Fork, Arizona.
Okay, the teak elephant head.
You need to see this.
Okay, we will. There is the teak elephant head. Hey, we're the only ones in the bar. We took it over. Nobody left. Only ones here, Ed, me, and the teak elephant. Goodbye, Jerome.
Hair is all messed up.
Jerome's been a great host, camera shy and messed up hair. There is the Buddhist Kadampa Temple for World Peace. I'm kind of in remote Arizona. Hey, add my support team here. Just dropped me off at the Oasis Lounge, which is where I finished last night. I finished at the Oasis Lounge, which then I thought was the Teak Elephant Head Bar, but now I'm getting dropped off and it's onward to Santa Monica. So my brother-in-law Jerome made me a new bracket to hold my GoPro mount. So it keeps it from coming all the way through. It's got lining in here to keep it snug. My tripod holder, and then I just had these old straps. Might be able to do something better there. And it's black, so it matches everything. Because I'm using the GoPro, you can't see how the GoPro fits in. Back on the interstate between Ash Fork and Seligman, Arizona. There's my view this morning. You can see the interstate kind of goes a little bit left and then it curves right. See the interstate going up the mountain to Seligman, kind of off to the right a little bit now. I'm getting a break from the interstate here, back on Route 66. It's not on the interstate. It was pretty cool how you can just see the interstate kind of going off to the left, Route 66 off to the right, just for miles and miles off into the mountains. Okay, now that looks like something out of a movie scene. Just straight road as far as you can see. There is today's Arizona wind, trying to blow me sideways. It's over 20 miles an hour. Fortunately, most of them have been headwinds, so it's kind of nice to have a side wind, but it is trying to blow me over. And that's also why I haven't been able to put the drone up very often lately. There's the landscape in the background. There's a tumbleweed across the road. Well, we have some Burma shave style signs. Would be more fun to go by here if we could put these signs up there. Okay. Well, I'll be darned. It actually was Burma shave signs. Valley floor behind me. I lied about it not being very steep. Last mile and a quarter. Ended up being pretty steep of the 7-mile climb. It's up to a 9% grade right now. It's about all I can handle. Fortunately, I'm riding light. Head's carrying a lot of my gear today, but it's still steep for an old fat guy. When the grade hit 9%, I ended up walking about a quarter mile. I probably could have powered through if I was training, but I'm trying to have a long day and I know there's some more uphill ahead and I would have just been too burnt out. So I'm almost to the top and I'm looking forward to looking over a big horizon in front of me instead of behind me. Okay, I'm at the top. Looks pretty promising up ahead. I could look at my maps, but that would ruin the surprise. There we go. It's looking like quite a bit of downhill in front of me. You have another set of Burma shave signs. He tried to cross. As fast train neared, death didn't draft him. He volunteered. And once again brought to you by Burma Shave, the American safety razor. I'm a couple miles from Seligman, which is another one of the towns that claims to be the basis for the movie Cars, because it was bypassed by the interstate. You can see the interstate off in the distance. Don't confuse it with the train track right here. But you can see Seligman is kind of a ways away, and it was the basis of the movie, supposedly, among other cities. Rocks and cliffs behind me. Daisies are your, quite a view in between these Burma shave signs. If daisies are your favorite flower, keep pushing up those miles per hour. Going about 19 right now, and a nice downhill. 50 miles per hour. Once again, brought to you by Burma Shave, American safety razor. Great to see my brother-in-law Jerome and Mary in Flagstaff and Payson. I don't get to see him all that often since I live in Tampa. I stayed there most of, I think, almost 7 days. He came pick me up a day out of Flagstaff, and then I waited 3 days while a snowstorm went through and cold from that. And then I got picked up the day out and went back to his house to stay. But now I'm off and we'll camp down the road or sleep down the road. I also didn't realize our cousin through marriage, Ed, from Dallas or Plano, was gonna come visit, so he came up. We had a good time in Flagstaff, and now Ed is gonna stay with me for several days, and he's gonna be my SAG support. He's carrying some of my bags, my front bag and my tent bag. It'll be nice to catch up with Ed too. So I'm getting to see lots of relatives on this bike adventure. It's been awesome. This has been a long, flat stretch. Beautiful. I'll be 10 miles. Fortunately, the wind died down. I hate to be doing this into a huge headwind because it is no protection. There's finally some hills getting close, but it was a long way with just flat land. And there's a baby snake. I think he's just laying in the concrete keeping warm. Pretty moonrise of a full moon. Just missed the sunset over there. Maybe I'll catch it if it comes up behind, if I get past these mountains. And there is mile marker 119, and there's Ed, my sag wagon for tonight. The beauty of having a sag wagon, I can just go till sunset and get picked up. First third of the 2/3 of the trip wasn't a problem, but second third there aren't a whole lot of places to camp or stay, so this works out great. There's Ed. That is one of the more spectacular sunsets I've seen. That is just orange and it's beautiful. And over there, we have a full moon.